Yo guys, what's up? It is Friday, and what better way to start another Friday than with a coffee review? Let me tell you, I'm a little bit more excited for this one. First off, because it is a dark roast. What better way to change up some chakras on the show than reviewing a dark roast? Because we've been reviewing a lot of light roast, and why not change it up a little with some of that oily shit? And I'm talking more of this dark roast, and this is a Bitches Brew by Groundwork Coffee. And let me tell you straight off, the only reason why I bought this coffee is because it is named Bitches Brew after the legendary Miles Davis album. But yeah guys, let's get on to Groundwork. So, as I said, this is named after the Miles Davis album, and whenever I was looking into Groundwork, they are following a lot of those practices that a lot of the other specialty coffee producers are, such as organic and fair trade, in hopes to improve and accommodate some of the lives of their coffee laborers and their coffee workers. So, as I've said before, I think that a lot of these coffee producers are gaining a lot of notoriety from using these practices to really give back to the coffee community. Alright, let's see it guys. Oh shit, right now I'm feeling this is oily as hell. I don't even know. This looks like it was laminated, wrapped up in plastic like our 60-year-old grandma's couches who are always wrapped up in plastic. I don't even know what to say about this. This is insane. This looks like a toy to some extent. Like, I'll put in some picture right there. But yeah guys, like I'm looking at these, and these are easily the most oily beans I've ever seen. Even looking closer to a French roast than a dark roast, kind of. Let's get the scent. This is unique. It's very deep. That's one of those things. It has a lot of deep notes to it, such as a subtle smokiness, and not milk chocolate whatsoever, but dark chocolate. So like the very high percentage baking or cocoa chocolate bars. Yeah, I definitely have that note of tobacco in there, and I'd say it is smoky, and the aroma does give off a lot of these notes of baking spices like nutmeg, cinnamon, things along those lines. That's just what I got from the bean. Alright guys, let us see the taste. But before the taste, we have to get to the smell. And for that, I will see you guys on the other side. So transferring from the beans to the brew, there's a higher depth of bitterness that you could smell coming straight from the brew compared to where the beans are producing a lot more of that chocolate aroma. And another note that I have to add is the brew is almost as oily as the beans. It's not one big coagulation of oil on the top of the surface, but more of just a lot of little specks, like you're almost looking into a kaleidoscope. Take another sniff. And those notes of baking spices are really coming out a lot more in the smell of the brew than it was in the beans, because I think they are something that you had to roast the beans a little bit longer, or you had to extract all of the flavor a little bit longer to really pull out. Let's see the taste. So for a dark roast, I'll give it does have a little bit more of a zing for the initial fuel than I was really expecting. Because compared to most other dark roast, a lot of dark roast are characterized by having that smooth creaminess as it goes down. Another note that this coffee adds is that note of bitterness that I mentioned in the smell of the brew. But the thing is, the note of bitterness isn't one of those notes that you could tell it was too extracted or if it was over roasted. It's more of one of those endearing notes that is brought out to complement the rest of the body. And I'd say this coffee overall has a very dark chocolate body to it, with complementing notes of wood, earthy smells, smoky smells, and those baking spices like nutmeg and cinnamon. Let me just wrap it up for you guys one more time. This is Bitches Brew by Groundwork Coffee, and Groundwork is another one of those specialty coffee producers that really does emphasize organic coffee and fair trade, giving back to the community and making the end quality of coffee the highest possible. And Bitches Brew, it is definitely on the darker side for even a lot of darker roast. It has those very deep notes of dark chocolate that are all complemented by the smokiness of the roast. Yeah, guys, what I would rate this is about a 93 out of 100 because honestly, I love dark roast. It is more of what I'm looking for in the taste of coffee than those lighter floral notes. And this is one of those things that just almost carries those characteristics through perfectly in a dark roast. And when I was looking, I was not able to find where exactly they sourced these beans from. If you guys know, feel free to let me know down below. But other than that, I'm pretty sure that's it from me, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.